Hello, Rush Henrietta Schools. I am bringing you the emotional freedom technique or tapping exercise right now. Great to do anytime you're feeling stressed or anxious or upset, even when you've got some pain in your body, it's great to do. So, we're going to do a general one for stress and anxiety. You always start on the karate chop side of your hand right here. It doesn't matter which hand it is. And you just start tapping with the ends of all four fingers. And you do what they call a setup statement. So the setup statement goes like this: even though I feel, and then you fill in the blank, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So we'll just do a general one here. And you can fill in whatever you want, whatever word is more accurate for you. But even though I feel stressed and anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel stressed and anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now you have to say it 3 times. It's best if you say it out loud so you're hearing yourself say it. If you're around a bunch of people, go ahead and say it in your mind. So one more time: even though I feel stressed and anxious, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then you go to the top of the head. We're going to do both hands on the end points of all four fingers. Um, it's just too much stress in my body. So then you just start to vent and say whatever comes to mind. And as you're doing this, it's really getting all of that toxicity out of your body. And it doesn't matter exactly how many times you tap. They say between 5 and 8. It can vary though. It can be a lot more too. And then we're going to use 2 fingers on each hand and go to inside the eyebrows. There's just so much to do. So I'm just going to say some stuff that's coming to mind, okay? And you can repeat what I'm saying or say your own words that come to you. How is one person supposed to do all of this? And then see, I'm in the outside of the eyebrow, and then we go to the cheekbone. There's just too much for one person. On the cheekbone here for a few times. Above the lips right here. It's just so stressful. I don't have enough downtime. I can never relax. And then when I go home, there's so much to do at home. I just have so many responsibilities. And then whatever's coming to mind, like no one helps me. It seems like I do everything around here. And so, maybe you're talking about at home or whatever it is. And then let's go through the cycle 3 times. So we go to the back to the top of the head. This stress in my body, it doesn't feel good. It gives me headaches and shoulder aches and hurts my back. And then you go to inside the eyebrows. Oh, I feel like I need a vacation. Sometimes I just want to get away. It's just too much. There's so much going on in the world, with my kids. It's so overwhelming. Sometimes I just feel so depleted and overwhelmed. Sometimes it just freaks me out. There's so much going on. And go back one more time on top of the head. So it's kind of like the way that like if you were to call up your best friend or your sister or your mother or something and vent to them, this is what you do. Like when you come home, some people come home and they kind of vent to their partner. It's better if you do this on your own, not to them, and you just do it with yourself, and go to a room by yourself, or maybe you sit in your car and you do it, and you just vent and you complain. And this is a healthy way to complain when you're tapping on your body, because you're really getting it out of your system. And so you can follow along and see the points I'm doing. Let's end on the sternum. And then we'll end with this one statement. So we go from the top of the head 3 times. I release all anxiety and stress from my body in all moments. I release all anxiety and stress from my body in all moments. I release all anxiety and stress from my body in all moments. And one time on the sternum, I release all anxiety and stress from my body in all moments. So then you kind of check in with how you feel. Now, if you feel a little bit better, that's awesome, because cortisol levels will lower. Sometimes when a person goes through the tapping sequence, they actually feel worse, because what tapping does is bring everything up that's buried. So if you've been stuffing down a lot and just kind of repressing it, then you could feel worse because now it's bubbling up. So then you keep going. So say sometimes something else comes up completely random, like I can't believe I wasn't invited to my sister-in-law's birthday party. I don't know, or whatever it is that's bothering you. And you go through and you tap on that. And it could lead to something else. Like, I've always felt like the black sheep in the family, like people exclude me. And then more stuff just keeps coming up and coming up. So sometimes it's good to go through and you just keep going through all the points for 15 or 20 minutes. So that'll happen once in a while. But hopefully, for the most part, you'll just be able to go through that cycle, a general cycle 3 times, venting, and you'll feel like the edge is taken off of that stress and anxiety. So I hope that's helpful. And so I guess that's it. All right, guys. Namaste.